Jake Cooley's rundown. What
I
you
thought
got
we
for
gonna do
us?
to pack them up because you know what I'm saying. I got no, I was kidding. Hey man, it's been some stuff that happened this week, and I want to start by saying Vince has done a great job. This past 40 years with WWE. But every beginning comes to an end. Vince McMahon is no longer the majority owner of WWE.
Oh wow.
The merger between WWE and UFC is finally complete, and the group is called TKO. Should we be excited about this, or should we be afraid? I'm not afraid of nothing. I believe nothing is going to change. That's just me. I feel like they're going to weed out some people that not really doing nothing. And I believe Vince is still he's head of something. I got to check that out. But he's still on top of the rankings, so I feel
He's
like nothing's
definitely on
gonna
top of the
really
food chain
change.
for WWE, but
Yeah,
like 18% or something, right? But I
he
don't
still
know.
has majority of control, so
Yeah.
he's the chairman. I feel like nothing's gonna change. He's still in power at the end of the day.
Hey, Cooley sound very optimistic, man. He said nothing gonna change. I don't know, like, so a part of me feels like this is a good thing because it's like, okay, this just makes WWE an even bigger mega power than they were before. They merged with UFC. We all know Ari Emanuel, how he get down, so that's dope. But I don't know, man. When I see how the UFC does business and I see how they're charging people like $70 a pay-per-view on ESPN Plus, like WWE might start falling in line. I wouldn't be surprised if I see WWE charging people $60 a month for a pay-per-view on Peacock or whatever channel they end up on. I don't know.
I rebuke that.
I'm sorry. WWE. I'm letting you know right now. I'm one of y'all biggest fans. I love WWE to death. I'm not paying $60 to watch nothing. Nothing. Y'all gonna have to pay me to watch that. Come on now. $60. Stop it.
That's crazy.
I think there's gonna be some creative changes for sure. I think a lot of influence from the other side is going to start coming into WWE in terms of how they treat the product. I heard that there's some ideas about weight class championships.
Oh no, please, Lord, no.
Weight class championships.
Yeah, like weight class championships and like different title names and different spotlights. Like there's going to be some definite like creative differences. Not like I don't think the product is going to suffer, but I do think it's going to be highly influenced by the other side. So I think Endeavor's influence is going to have some type of effect on WWE just because of the legitimacy that they'd have being attached to them. I think like it's not going to be purely like, yo, this is WWE. I think it's going to be WWE, but it's going to be updated to reflect their relationship. That's all. I mean, how I feel about it. I mean, good business. I think we're in for a lot of cool things, but I do think some things are gonna change. And I don't think the product's gonna be the same. And I think we're pretty naive to think that everything's just gonna be same way they were. Regardless of what we've heard, Vince is not the majority owner, and that does change things. It does. It just it inherently does, and that changes the dynamic of how structure is treated behind the scenes, how people are actually maneuvering, and the things that they have to go through. It's gonna change a lot about the product of WWE. So I think Vince has done a great job with WWE for these 40 years, but the times they are a changing. And that's all we can do.
Don't ever break out in song like that again. What was
the saying, baby?
Just know it's not. It wasn't. Just know it wasn't a sale. It was a merger.
It was a merger. I'm kind of on Cooley's side. I'm kind of on Cooley's side as far as like the product not changing a whole lot. Like I really don't think that all of a sudden you're going to see like a bunch of UFC fighters on WWE and like the storylines are going to be more serious. And I honestly think that everything is going to stay the same. Well, not everything, but for the most part. the feel of WWE is going to be the same. I'm just afraid of what this might mean on the business end for us as the consumer, because the way UFC does their business with like, they still got that pay-per-view model and the way they charge people for these shows, and like I can just see WWE doing something like that, and
I hope
it's
not.
smart business.
All right.
It's the money at the end of the day. So taking our money is what they out to do. So I can't blame them for it. But like, I'm not trying to spend more money on WWE. I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
$60 is crazy.
Hey, man, look, man. All I'm gonna say is, 2-3 years from now, y'all gonna see what's up, and that's all I got to say about that.
Hey, we gonna
I'm
see,
prepared.
man. We gonna see.
I'm
We gonna
prepared.
see. Now, what you said earlier, Qwan?
You lied to me.
You lied to me. Hey, we gonna get right to it. We gonna get right to it. According to the local government, Tony has been lying about his numbers at Wembley Stadium. Oh my gosh, y'all. So, the original 81,000 was baseball cap. You guys want to know the real numbers? It was 72,000.
Still a lot of people. That's still a lot of people. That's still a lot of people, man.
But what happened to that 9,000, that 10,000 people that disappeared? Y'all seen that show called Manifest? And the people disappear on that plane?
Is that what
Same thing.
What happened in the arena?
Is that what happened?
You lied to me, Tony.
Hey.
All right, so look. First off, I got on this podcast and I was beating my chest. I was talking my talk because AEW had the record, biggest wrestling audience in history. Apparently, I was misled. I was led astray. I was bamboozled. Tony Khan lied to me. He told me a number, and that number looked funny in the light. Like remember on Rush Hour when Chris Tucker's burning $1 and he said, nah, that's fake. That number was fake, Tony. You played me, but 72,000 is still a lot of people in one arena for a 5-year company. So I'm not gonna bash you for that. And if I was you, I would still stand firm in that 81, to be honest. Like WWE does it. They smudge their numbers to look bigger all the time. So look, if you sold 81,000 tickets and only 72,000 people came, I still sold 81,000 tickets. So I'm running with that. Tony Khan, do me a favor, run with that number. Don't give up. Don't submit to these people that's laughing at you right now. Run with that number. You did 81. But you lied to me.
Yeah.
Actually believe half of what you see, none of what you hear, even if it's spat by me. It's a Jay-Z lyric for everything, man.
Oh.
And unfortunately, Tony Khan, you are in for the worst 5-6 years of your professional career. And of course you lied, bro. Of course you lied. That's what liars do.
You lied. Funk Master Flex. You lied. You lied.
It's unfortunate, man. But I mean, look, my problem, look, 71,000, 72,000, however many thousands, it's still an incredible feat. But this is the problem I be having, man. Everybody want to talk that talk for what? Why? Why does it need to be the biggest opening ticketed gate in wrestling history? Why did we need that for 3 weeks? Why did we need to understand that?
You know why?
Why did we need to be why did we have to have
optics,
this
baby.
being not the only other spectacle outside of WrestleMania? Why? Because you want to play hardball, man. You want to play hardball with a company you're not in the same arena, man. It's just not that. And so I mean, look, Tony, yo, if I were you, genuinely, if I were you, I wouldn't even talk about it anymore. I would just keep on pushing, bro. You got way more issues going on. You got way more issues going on. You know what I mean? You got talent leaving. You got half-filled arenas. You know what I'm saying? You got viewership down.
Yeah, them pictures.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Yo, those pictures of that arena in Cincinnati was insane.
And what did I tell people? What did I tell people last pod? What did I tell people last pod? They're going to do 70, 81,000. And they're going to come back the next week to a half-filled, struggling to sell out 4,000 seat arenas and ticketed domes, and that's what's going on. So, yo, take it on the chin, Tony. Be a tough businessman and just keep it pushing, baby. It didn't work.
Yeah,
But Tony,
man.
But of
Yeah,
course
that's
it did.
crazy.
double down on that.
72
Tony.
still, yeah, you got to double down on that. But
Double
72
down
is
on
still
it.
good for a 4 or 5 year company.
That's the cold part.
Yeah.
That's the cold part. 72 is incredible.
Yeah, man.
That's an incredible number.
Y'all keep forgetting the largest ticketed gate promo that y'all was all spilling for the past 3 weeks.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. Because 72 is incredible, but when you push the 81, you set yourself up for that laughter. You opened yourself up to that. Tony.
Just keep it pushing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, baby.
If Tony would have been humble, I would have been humble. But Tony wasn't humble. He was beating his chest. That led to me beating my chest. Now look, I look like a fool because of you, Tony. I believed in you.
God dang it, Tony. Yo, so let's take it to a Wednesday night. Becky Lynch defeated Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship. And the cause of that, the effect of that, it sparked a huge debate online. They're basically saying that WWE is burying its young talent by having them losing to older people. Me personally, this is dope. I feel like Tiffany had her best match of her career with Becky, and I feel like her losing is going to set her up to be even a more bigger star in the future. I don't think she got buried, and I'm kind of excited for her future. Shout out to Becky though.
That's just me. Y'all know me. People put way too much stock in these wins and losses. Tiffany Stratton, she had a dope reign. We know what this is. Becky Lynch never won the NXT Women's Championship. She needed to win that to be a Grand Slam champion. So this is what that was. This was a stat for WWE, so they can say big time Bex is now a Grand Slam champion. So shout out to them for that. And Tiffany Stratton is gonna be fine. This is NXT at the end of the day. Like, we got to remember, this is NXT. This is the developmental third brand. People wrestle on NXT to work their way up to Raw and SmackDown. It's not the end of the world if you lose the NXT title. Tiffany Stratton's going to move up to SmackDown or Raw, probably Raw, because Ludwig Kaiser is her real-life boyfriend, and he wrestles over there. So she's going to move up to Monday Night Raw, and then she's going to get it popping over there. Like, this is not the end of the road. She's not buried. Her career is not over because she lost the match to Becky Lynch. Please stop. Please stop. And it was the most watched NXT like in years. People tuned in, because Becky Lynch.
Do people understand what being buried is?
Apparently not.
Like, do people like really understand like what that looks like and what the optics have to be in order for you to be buried as a wrestler?
Give me a real example of a burial. What's a burial to you?
A real burial of a wrestler to me is when Booker T. lost to Triple H.
I knew he was going to. I knew it.
At WrestleMania, after having a whole entire racist storyline, had one of the longest count.
Yeah.
He got pedigreed.
Oh my God.
Pedigreed
for like 10 seconds before he pinned him.
For 10 seconds. And that's a burial.
Bruh.
This is a put over. Tiffany Stratton hadn't wrestled anybody on the level of a Becky Lynch. On NXT, for the NXT Championship, with one of the highest rated draws that show has ever had. That's called being put over. That's not being buried.
They don't know what a burial is, man.
And they had over 1 million viewers for that segment. That match, there was over 1 million people watching.
She got one of the biggest rubs in wrestling history, bro. Like, I relax. Wait, what would you rather? Her beat Becky?
And we all know Becky's gonna hold this title.
Like what?
Becky's gonna hold this title for a couple months just to build that up, and then she's gonna put somebody else over. She's probably gonna lose this title to like Thea or one of the women down there in NXT, and then they're gonna get their big come up over Becky. So it's always a part of a longer story. Never forget that. If you're a wrestling fan, always remember that there is no end in this book. This book just has chapters that continue over and over and over. This story doesn't end. Like, NXT is not over because
they don't know what a burial is, man.
That wasn't a burial. A
I
million
know what a
people watched that
burial
segment.
is,
A
man.
million. That's
You
the
know,
most people
what a
that watched
burial
NXT
is,
ever.
man. You know what a burial is, man.
What's a burial?
That I can't get out my head.
What's a burial?
When Dolph Ziggler lost to Del Rio.
Wait, what?
Oh, I said a burial is when Dolph Ziggler lost to Albert Del Rio.
Shout out to
I
Alberto
think that
Del
was
Rio,
after
man.
WrestleMania 29. That's a burial,
That's
man.
pretty bad.
He was never the same after that.
And look, people are saying that
Yeah,
Becky
that's
Lynch
pretty bad.
don't need this NXT title, and obviously she don't. Becky Lynch is a Hall of Famer. She don't need anything. They only gave her this title as a stat so she can say she was a Grand Slam champion. And then she's going to move back on to what she's doing. She's one of the biggest stars in the company. So does she need the title? No. But does she have the title? Yeah, live with it. Sorry.
Well, they got the people talking about NXT at the end of the day. Hey.
Thank you. Without this, would we be talking about NXT on this rundown if it wasn't for Becky Lynch winning that championship? Probably not. Crazy. NXT needs Becky and Dominic. They doing their thing over there.
Also, I'm going to be honest. Oh, sorry. What were you going to say?
No, go, Sylvan.
I honestly feel like this is good for Becky, too. Like, just being honest. Like, out of the 4 horsewomen, her being the only one who wasn't a Grand Slam champion, it's not sitting right. It's not sitting right at all, man. And for her to be able to get this title and really rock out and make sure that she's part of the same rankings, you know, they're building up their stars, man. So like, this is a really good move for Becky. But it also is a really good move for Tiffany, man. Like she debatedly had a classic against her on NXT.
Classic is crazy.
Yeah. I said debatably. I did say debatably.
It was her best.
Crazy. Like
it was one of her best matches, bro.
And people gonna always remember that. Becky Lynch won against Tiffany Stratton to become a Grand Slam champion.
Right.
First ever
history
NXT
books.
Like that's history. That's history, man. You can't fabricate that.
Right.
Shout out Becky, man, and shout out Tiffany and her future in the wrestling world. You know,
she's gonna be a big star on the main roster.
She's gonna be super huge, man. She's gonna be Trish 2.0. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But speaking of another woman who came back, I think Sylvan's very happy about this. Nia Jax.
Oh no!
Made her return to WWE on Raw. She attacked Raquel and Rhea. I don't know what's going on. I'm hearing that she signed for a month or so. I don't. I have no idea what's going on behind. She has.
I think so. Oh, I don't know. I thought. I'm just talking.
Yeah, I thought she didn't really have a deal. She just came back for Rumble and then left. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with her. But I have no emotion. I have no thoughts on this return.
I'm not gonna let y'all do that.
I just don't
say y'all.
I don't know, man.
I'm not gonna let y'all do that. Listen, Nia Jax.
She might.
I don't like. First off, I don't like the way people in the IWC are treating Nia Jax. They're saying some very nasty things to her. Like, stop that. Please stop that. It's not cool. Nia Jax is a very necessary wrestler for WWE, in my opinion, because WWE needs to represent. We know, when you look at Nia Jax and you look at the rest of that roster, she looks very different. That's a big girl. She's a big girl. We can't have a roster of women that all look like twigs and models. Like we do. We need that representation everywhere. So I'm not mad at Nia Jax coming back and putting the beats on Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez. I'm not. Like, her and girls like Piper, they're needed in this business. I'm sorry. Leave Nia Jax alone. That's my baby. I love you, Nia Jax.
I don't know, man. She gave some wrestlers concussions and
okay. So she has crazy. The unsafe jacket. That's the jacket that they want to put on Nia Jax. They say she's unsafe because she's hurt a couple people. Last time I checked, wrestlers get hurt all the time. Brock Lesnar has hurt plenty of people, including Bobby Lashley, my black brother. He hurt his shoulder at Royal Rumble when he gave him a terrible German suplex. Ridge Holland is out here injuring people every single week. People get hurt. This is just a part of the job. If they're not upset about it, I'm not going to be upset for them. If the women in that locker room aren't mad that Nia Jax has a job, I'm not gonna be mad for them. If they want to work with her, then cool. Leave Nia alone, man.
Aww.
I gotta stand up for Nia Jax because y'all got her messed up, man. Like, leave Nia alone.
No, I'm
Yo,
just
look,
saying
man.
I don't know where is this going. That's all I'm saying. She's a cool wrestler, but I'm just saying.
She a part of the
She's
NOI
nice,
family, baby. She bloodline. That's why she got a job.
It's the reason why she's not bloodlines because she sucks, man.
Oh
Let's
my
just
God.
keep it being.
Yeah.
Like,
Next topic,
she
yo.
serves.
Mm-mm.
She serves. She serves.
Mm-mm.
She serves a certain echelon because she's she's a bigger woman and she's dangerous and she's positioned in that capacity, and that's how she's booked. She's booked as like the woman that can be the monster against any type of other woman, and that's cool. You know what I mean? But she sucks.
Dangerous.
She's not really great in the ring.
Look how they talk about Nia.
She's not great.
She
in the
injures
ring.
somebody, she's dangerous. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins damn near
injures a lot
ended
of
Sting's
people.
career, and it's like it's all good because he's Seth Rollins.
Sting is 60 was 60
Sting
was
70
wrestling
matter.
is 60 70 something. Yeah, it
Don't
does
matter.
matter because you want to nobody wants to like just call a spade, man. Like everybody knows that Nia's dangerous and she's not really
Wrestling
a great
is
wrestler.
dangerous.
All right, man. You know what? Shouts to you, Nia. I hope you have a match that I don't remember because you suck in the ring and do your thing.
Welcome
I
back,
will
Nia
not-
Jax.
I
I'm
don't
glad
care,
that you're
you
back.
know.
I can't wait to
I
see
hope
more
I
of
hope you
your
get
run,
paid.
baby.
Yeah, don't you a liar, Qwan. You don't care about no
Me?
Nia Jax for real like
You
that,
calling
man.
me Tony
You a liar,
Khan?
bro?
You calling me
you a
Tony
liar,
Khan?
bro?
I
Yeah,
would,
man. Tell the truth.
I would never.
Man. Tell the truth.
I would never. Nia
Tell
Jax.
the truth. You know better.
Y'all
man.
know, y'all.
You know
Look,
better.
y'all in the group chat with me. Y'all know how I feel about Nia Jax. No
Yeah,
troll.
we know.
Oh, yeah, we
I
know.
love Nia Jax.
Yeah, we
I
know.
love Nia Jax.
We really do know how you
So
feel.
shout out to
But
Nia.
Yeah, we know.
Look, man. I personally, realistically speaking, I don't care about Nia Jax being back because she's just not good in the ring to me. I think even as the times that she's been highly successful and had her like tag teams and had her spots in the spotlight, I just feel like she's really unsafe. She's not really great at wrestling. She's average on the mic at best. Like I don't care. I personally don't care. I'm just not.
Good job, WWE. I love the representation. Represent all women, all shapes, all sizes. Shout out to WWE for bringing Nia back.
I represent everybody. You know what I mean? Like what Kendrick say, man. It's the difference between whack artists and black artists. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. It's like, yo, man, like you can be.
How does that apply to Nia Jax?
I'm gonna tell you how it applies, man. Because everybody, we talking about representation, man. You know what I mean? But I want to represent. It's more than just being black for me. It's more than just you being my color, man. I want you to be hot. Because if you ain't hot, you making me look like I'm not hot. And Nia Jax ain't really hot like that, man. Nia Jax is a really bad wrestler, bro. Like we not gonna sit here and act like these matches she's been having are good. They're actually bad. We've seen them.
And this is the biggest LA Knight fan saying that. This is the biggest LA Knight fan saying that someone
LA Knight
can't
can cut
wrestle.
promos.
Insane.
LA Knight is selling
Insane.
merch. LA Knight can put on decent matches.
Insane.
He's not the best, but Nia Jax doesn't have decent matches. She has bad matches.
You know what else?
You
know what else Nia Jax is? A future Hall of Famer, baby.
Good for her.
That's true.
A lot of people. You know who is a Hall of Famer? Hulk Hogan.
Hey,
he sucks.
Shout out to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Hey,
I can still say what I want to say, bro. Like it's. I'm just saying I'm not here for it. I don't care. But good on WWE. I'm sure she's gonna serve a quota as the big bad. Strong, overpowering. But like, bro, there's an art form to that too, and I feel like she's just not living up to that, man. Like, do better, be better. Why do I have to settle for the bare minimum?
It's a rock off.
Like, why do I have to sit here and be like, yo, it's good to see representation, man? Like, I want you to represent on a very high level. Represent on a high level. You can't be out here representing on a very
shout out to
Awesome
Kong.
level.
Did you see Awesome Kong came back Impact? She made a return. I think it was just one time, like a one-off for that show. But shout out to Awesome Kong. She the original big girl of this wrestling thing.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Really
down.
doing it. Really holding it down.
Awesome
doing her
Kong.
stuff thizzle.
Karma.
In a very real way. Karma in
a
a very real way. You know what I'm saying? Understanding how to actually use with their position in a very high level. That's not Nia Jax.
Wrestling is a dangerous sport, man. Wrestling is a dangerous sport.
Well,
Nah,
we
you ain't
will-
gonna
we
put
will
that
see.
wrestling. Nah, you ain't gonna put that wrestling as a dangerous sport on this
People get hurt,
Band-Aid,
man. That's a part of the game, man.
It's not.
Who did
It's
she
not.
hurt?
That's
She
not.
hurt.
That's not this.
Who did she hurt? Becky Lynch,
She's
right?
hurt the
She hurt
whole
Becky Lynch.
locker room,
Yeah.
bro.
Becky
And
Lynch.
are they up in arms that she's back, or do they still want to work with her? I
don't know.
Exactly. You don't. That's
What
the,
do you?
that's the
What do you?
point.
What do you?
That's the
All
point.
right, man.
I'm not
All
about to
right,
be
all
upset
right.
for somebody that's not upset for themselves. If she hurt
All
Io
right,
Sky and Io Sky is still down to work with her and she loves her, then I'm not about to tell
It's
Io
not just-
Sky
it's-
otherwise.
It's not just the fact that she hurts people; it's the fact that she sucks in the ring.
All right.
That's my thing. You're not
Oh
good.
my
All right.
God!
Am
All
I
right,
wrong?
so
Why
this
y'all
is
acting like
coming-
I'm not wrong?
Because this is coming from an LA Knight fan who can't wrestle. LA Knight is
LA
terrible
Knight
in the
puts on
ring.
decent matches,
LA
bro.
Knight matches are not decent. They're terrible. They're standard. They're by the book.
Bro,
LA Knight is the most generic wrestler. when
John
that-
Cena has standard by the book wrestling
He
matches.
does.
Can he not wrestle?
He does, and I'm not complaining
Can he
about
not
that.
wrestle? Can he not wrestle?
John Cena in that ring is the same thing as LA Knight. It's cookie cutter. It's safe. It's very
So
standard
Nia
by the
Jax
book.
is as
It's
good
bland.
as so Nia
It's-
Jax is
that's
just as
not
good
the
as John
point.
Cena and LA
That's
Knight. is
not
what
the
you're telling
point.
me.
The point is,
Then what's
if you're
the
gonna,
point?
the point is, if you're gonna take this stance against Nia Jax and say, "Oh, but she can't wrestle. I don't like her because she can't wrestle." Meanwhile, your favorite
I didn't say
wrestler
she can't wrestle.
Then
I said
what are we
I
talking
didn't say
about?
she can't wrestle. I said
What are
she
we
sucks
talking
in the
about?
ring.
And
It's a
LA Knight
difference.
sucks in the ring. I still love him.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't
Okay.
suck in the ring.
All right, what's
Not
next?
at all.
What's next? If LA
Hey,
Knight don't suck
yo.
in the ring, what's next? Because
Hey, yo.
You speak.
We know what it is.
Think about
Shout
it, Quan. Think about it, Quan. Is you're a purist.
You talking
I
about
respect you.
botching?
I respect you for
We
being a
talking
purist.
about
I
botching,
respect you
LA
for
Knight
being a Kenny
botching.
Omega. I respect you for being a Kenny
Hey, man,
Omega
shout out to Kenny.
AEW 60-minute Iron Man match kind of guy. I respect you for that.
I mean, you know what
it's
it
one.
is.
It's one of the reasons why we're friends. But I equate wrestling as having good, decent matches. You don't have to be the top of the top, but you have to make sure that I'm entertained. Nia
All
Jax
right, so
is not a good wrestler.
So
That's all I'm saying.
I didn't expect this rundown topic to run 30 minutes. Yeah, no. Shout out Nia Jax and her 1 month signage. You know,
Yeah, the reason you got 1 month.
shout out to
we
she didn't get 1 month. She signed a month
we-
ago.
we
whatever, you know.
we wish the best for Nia.
Absolutely.
So-
absolutely.
Let's take it.
Yes.
We're gonna bring it back on track. According to the PW Insider, there is belief in some circles that Edge
Oh,
may be on his
God.
way to AEW.
Oh,
Is this a big
God.
deal or is it all smoke? Let's see here. I think it's smoke. I think it's cap. I don't know.
I hope it's Cap.
And if he, I mean, I don't know what would be the purpose for him to go over there. I don't think I want to see that. I feel like his last run was pretty stale. Like I said last pod, I think he should just retire. I think that should have just been it for Edge. I believe they put him back on the roster. think
Yeah,
I
they
read
like
that
removed him and then
So,
added
they
him
removed him
back.
and-
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Do y'all
Look,
think
man,
it's cap or what?
I'm starting to think that it's not Cap. We all know Edge is best friends with Christian Cage, who's over there doing his thing, and apparently
Your
he's-
father's dead.
Y'all seen that promo? Y'all seen that? Y'all seen
yeah,
what
and Christian is already
said? He said,
alluding to it. I wasn't with my
He
real
He said, I have
partner.
no
like,
friends.
nah,
No,
see, like-
no. What he said when he was with Tony Khan.
Oh yeah,
When
yeah,
he was
yeah,
like, when they
yeah.
asked him about Edge, he was like,
They-
I don't have no friends.
They might be
Like,
building
okay.
towards something. I don't know. And then we all know Edge's relationship with those FTR dudes. So like, it might not be smoke. Edge might really be AEW
Mm.
bound. And listen, as the resident AEW fan of this podcast, I'm here to tell you exactly how this is gonna go. Edge is gonna debut at AEW as Adam Copeland. Everybody's gonna go crazy. You're gonna see a million think pieces of how AEW just signed Edge and how this is the run he's always should have had and how it's the biggest thing in the world. And then 2 months later, we not gonna care. We not gonna care because this is how it always goes with AEW. They sign a big name free agent. They boast them and boost them in front of us like they did with Bryan Danielson, like they did with CM Punk. And then 2 months later, the ratings fall right back down to where they were, and nobody cares again. That's just what it's gonna be. If I'm AEW, I stay away from Edge.
If I'm Edge, I don't think he's gonna do a full run with AEW. I do think he's gonna do a program with Christian and retire with him. And I think Christian's gonna beat him. And I think that's gonna be like his way of saying goodbye and farewell to AEW. I mean, well, not AEW, but to like wrestling.
Yeah.
I think it's a good way for him to go out. I don't really think there's anything else for him to do in WWE except for maybe have another title reign, but he doesn't need it. It's just like, who cares?
Right.
He birthed the Judgment Day. He wrestled every single hot wrestler on that roster and had, pretty fair to decent matches with them, if not a couple classics. You know what I mean? Like, the guy had a classic with Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson now. Like, there's not much more he needs to do in WWE. Yeah, which was incredible. So I feel like him going to AEW was just a way for him to really retire in a very meaningful way with his best friend who he came into the industry with, Christian Cage.
So
I don't think it's cap. I just don't think. I think him having like a 2 or 3 year contract is cap. That's not.
Yeah, that's not happening. He's gonna come in.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's just gonna be a
couple spots,
and he'll be out.
Yeah, and it makes sense.
Will Sylvan be right? Find out on next episode of Dragon Ball Z, because Sylvan always somehow be right.
And it makes sense. It makes sense for him to go over there because Edge ain't never really wrestled like that indie type of. He been in WWE for like 20 years, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what else is there to do?
Right.
It will be a dope sight for sure, just to see them back reunited.
The overreaction is gonna be annoying though. The overreaction on the internet is gonna be super annoying.
Yeah,
Christian's in Christian's in a top place right now too, man. The way he's been moving with the TNT Championship,
bro.
Promos he's been cutting has been like I'm looking at him like what, like you. I've never seen. I mean, this is probably his best run.
Yeah, why wasn't he this like, earlier? He should have been this. Bro.
I don't know, but
he's just that shit is. It's fire, man. And he's not even a champion.
Your dad's dead. Like, why is he telling?
Bro, I feel like he did it once and like it really caught on, and he was just like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna lean into like being this real scumbag." Like,
right?
Like he's just in a good place. So I feel like him versus Edge is gonna be really interesting because they can use all this history, and they're kind of on equal. They've always been like, kind of like, yo, this is Edge and then Christian is here, but this time they're really like on equal footing in terms of like tenacity, how they're seen, how they're viewed as wrestlers. So I feel like it's a great way for them to go out.
Bro really took Luchasaurus' title and just made his own. That is hilarious, man. Christian is hilarious. Shout out Christian, man. And shout out Edge, It's hilarious, bro. I loved it. But yo, let's talk about this Netflix series called Wrestlers that just released. Yeah, it's from the creator of Last Chance U and Cheer. So basically the show gives us a behind the scenes look at OVW. Do you guys feel that the wrestling industry is exposing too much because of this show? Me personally, I haven't seen the show yet, but I want to check it out. So what do you guys think about this?
So I've watched a couple of I'll let you take it out. I'll let you take it away.
I've watched 2 episodes. I'm on the 3rd right now. First and foremost, incredible. Like an incredible production. Man, it's really wild to watch it. I don't know. I think it helps, honestly. I would like to see the mystique of kayfabe go away, because too many people always come to me and be like, wrestling is fake, and I'm just like, I don't even know how to respond to you.
Right?
Like, you don't even it's like, bro, like you think I'm watching this because it's real, and I know people are coming. I know people are coming from a space of like, oh, I used to watch wrestling when I was a kid, and I thought it was real, and then I found out it was fake, and then I stopped, watching it. And so I get that like aspect of it, but I really want people to know that, hey, we don't care about that, and it's because it's not about it being real. It's so much more. To us, it's about the stories, it's about the character work, it's about making something look like it's actually like real and not getting them hurt, and how dangerous that actually is. How much you're like on a tightrope between safety and danger, right? And how that's professional. That's real professionalism. The theatrics of it all. Like, I want people to really start understanding what wrestling is really all about outside of like the wrestling community. And I think a big way to do that is to get rid of the mystique behind kayfabe. I think it's dead.
Yeah, facts.
That's just me though.
Yeah, I kind of feel similar, to be honest. Like, I do understand why the older heads want to keep kayfabe alive, and they might have a problem with a show like this kind of exposing the business and pulling the curtain back. Like I get it, because they come from a time when wrestling was supposed to be perceived as real. So I understand that, and I'm not gonna tell them they're wrong for feeling that way. But me personally, as a wrestling fan, I like that we're more open with the fact that wrestling is a production. And I feel like a lot of people who have no interest in wrestling right now because they feel like they're watching something that is supposed to be pretend. It's like pretending to be real, but not. I feel like if they understood that it was a production, the same way their favorite AMC show might be a production, or the same way their favorite movie is a production, then maybe they'll respect it more and they'll be more open to watching it. Like I've had to explain that to people before. Like when people, like Sylvan said, people react like, "Oh, you watch wrestling? It's fake." Like they got to understand, we're not watching this under the assumption that it is real. We know it's fake. It's a production. It's a TV show. This is Breaking Bad. This is Mad Men. It's a show. It's a show. It's weekly television that we watch every week because we like it. So I'm not mad at them pulling back the curtain and exposing that. I think that will only have a positive impact on wrestling as a whole.
Facts.
Well, I'm gonna have to check that show out, man. Y'all making me.
It's pretty
intrigued.
dope. It's pretty dope. And
Yeah,
I had
I have to check it out.
Man.
Yo, I had no idea Al Snow had purchased
Al Snow?
OVW. I had no idea.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 'cause
I had
What?
no idea either. Yeah, Al Snow's running that whole shit.
Yeah,
man.
'cause-
and they're the only, I think, one of the only indie companies that are like on television.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have
Wow.
like syndication. It's not like crazy
Right.
syndication, but they have it.
And the people who don't
Hey,
know
man,
what
shout
OVW
out Al
is,
Snow, man.
Yeah, for sure, shout out. And like, if you don't know what OVW is, it's like, so OVW used to be WWE's developmental. Like before NXT and Florida Championship Wrestling, like WWE used to funnel its wrestlers through OVW. So a lot of y'all favorites like Batista, like John Cena, Shelton Benjamin, Brock Lesnar, all these people
The Miz.
were funneled. The Miz, all these people were funneled through OVW at one point before they went up to that main roster and really got it popping. So shout out to OVW, man. This is dope. This is a dope show.
Shout out to them, man.
Yeah, for
That's
real.
dope, man. Yeah, that's dope. I'm gonna have to check it out. Well, that's all I have for the rundown for this week. Yeah, it's been a week.
It's been a fun week. Tony lied. Tony,
Oh, yeah.
you lied to me, Tony.
You lied.
Now,
Liar, Jim Carrey.
this man said Jim Carrey. And I feel like every week there's a random reference on here that I'm just like, I can't believe we just said that on the wrestling podcast. Jim Carrey.
It's my favorite Jim Carrey movie too.
But Liar.
Oh,
nah,
yeah, that's fire.
that is
Yeah,
definitely
10 out of 10,
Batman.
bro. It's
Him
my
as the
favorite
Riddler,
one.
bro.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Who's
Oh,
afraid of the
yeah.
big black bat? Pause at the big black. Yo.
That was fire.
So look, y'all know what time
That's
it is. Stop. Look, y'all know what time it is, man. On this podcast, we love to give our flowers to our favorite black wrestlers, both past and present. In this episode, I want to give my flowers. This is going to be a surprising one to y'all. This is going to be surprising. I want to give my flowers to someone that's not actually a wrestler, but they are in the wrestling industry. They actually own their own wrestling promotion. It's called House of Glory Wrestling. Some people call it HOG. This person appeared in WCW back in the day with Rey Mysterio and the Filthy Animals. That's part of the No Limit Soldiers. This person is Black Excellence. This person had a record label called No Limit in the 90s that was popping. It was independent,
God.
putting people on. This person is Percy Miller, Master P. Master P is my black wrestler of the week.
Hey.
Shout out to House of Glory. They're doing a lot of things with black wrestlers over there. It's pretty dope. Y'all should check it out. And also, Amazing
I
Red,
definitely wanna watch House of
and
Glory.
Brian XL are the people who are running it.
I definitely need to tap into House of Glory. I'm gonna renominate for the first time in our podcast history someone that we already nominated in the past. Yes, I'm gonna bring him back up. I'm gonna renominate New Jack. And the reason I'm going to renominate New Jack is because I was actually speaking with my lawyer, and we were just having a good conversation. We were talking about wrestling. I was telling him about my, beautiful experience with my beautiful black brothers on the WWH podcast. And he was like, man, I have a crazy story, bro. I was out in Manhattan, and I was a young kid. And it was me. It was like my brother, like my best friend, and it was also my dad. My dad's like a bank account lawyer, and we're all going to like this wrestling show, and he was like, we went to go see New Jack, and I had never seen New Jack in my life, and this guy's going crazy. He's like, stapling heads and doing all this crazy stuff, and he comes into the crowd, and he stands on a chair right next to my dad, and my dad puts out his hand, and he's like, my name is such and such and such. It's nice to meet you. He's like, and New Jack literally shook my father's hand and said, it's nice to meet you too, man. And then dived off of the chair.
What?
off onto homie to win. And I was like, dog, I gotta nominate New Jack again, man. Because that's crazy. That was a crazy story.
Didn't I pick him?
You gave it to New Jack the other week, man.
Yeah, I had to renominate him. I had to bring him back. The story was so crazy, dog.
This man New Jack went down to the ring. He went down to the ring in like Alabama or something. And this is in the 90s, the early 90s, when all these race wars and all this serious stuff is going on with race relations. This man New Jack went down to the ring in front of hundreds of white people and said, O.J. Simpson, keep up the good work. Two less I got to worry about.
Yeah. Two less I got to worry about is crazy.
New Jack is insane.
Yo, that's crazy.
Look, I would be down to give New Jack Wrestler of the Week every week, to be honest.
Hey, man. Listen. Two-time champ. New Jack, man. Hey.
I had to bring him back.
New Jack is our two-time champ, yo. R.I.P. Wow. What a guy, what a wrestler, man. That dude was hilarious, yo. Also crazy as hell.
Insane,
but hilarious.
Yeah,
man.
he was insane.
Yo.
But shout out to Master P too, man. Shout out to Master P.
And shout out
House
to Master
Glory.
P.
Y'all should check that out.
Shout out to Master P.
He's a black and he played for the Charlotte Hornets, didn't he? Didn't he have like a little tryout with the Hornets? This man was in the NBA. Yeah. He was a rapper. Now he owns a wrestling. Like, come on, man. Rap Snacks.
Yeah, he doing
Master
it all.
P. Master P the one, man. Master P the one.
I don't know, man. One of the Rap Snacks was nasty. I forgot which one it was. That was so disappointing, man.
It was the Romeo flavor. Pause.
Dang,
Tastes like,
come on, man.
Tastes like ICDC college, baby.
Come on, man.
All right, look, man. Y'all know what time it is. Now that we got our flowers out the way, it's time to bury somebody. It's time to pack somebody up. This week, I gotta pack up my boy Will Ospreay. Now y'all know.
Wow.
Y'all know. I love Will Ospreay. But Will Ospreay went and got himself a tattoo after this Wembley show. Do y'all want to know what that tattoo was?
The number?
Will Ospreay went and tattooed 81,035 on his arm. Y'all know what that number is? That's the number that Tony Khan lied to us about. Tony, you lied to me.
Wow.
You lied to me. You lied to your talent. And Will Ospreay went and got a tattoo of the fake number on his arm. That's permanent. That ain't coming off. And 81,000 is not what y'all did. Y'all did 72,265. So Will Ospreay, I got to pack you up for getting that false tattoo on your arm, my brother. You still an incredible wrestler. Still one of my favorite wrestlers.
Wow.
You got, 27 5-star matches with Dave Meltzer. So shout out to you. But you played yourself with that tattoo, my brother. Sylvan's face.
Yo, Home Alone.
Y'all didn't know this happened, huh? Y'all had no idea.
No.
Yo, Will Ospreay.
Bro, that's so embarrassing,
man.
Oh my gosh.
Man, Tony Khan lied. He lied to me.
Wow. Yo, how embarrassing, dog.
Yeah, that's embarrassing, bro. Yeah. Yo, that's embarrassing.
I was going to pack Tony up, but I had to pack Will because he got the tat.
I'm going to need that fade if I was him.
So Sylvan, we got to know Sylvan packed up the Rock. Dwayne.
Yeah, man, I packed up the Rock, man. So, ain't nothing new there. I said all I needed to say. You packed up.
Cooley.
Cooley,
who you packing?
Oh, my
John
God.
Moxley bled this week. I was watching Dynamite.
Listen. When Mookie Betts is safe at home base, John Moxley is safe this week.
Ooh, okay.
I am packing up this one podcaster and sports writer.
Oh, whoa.
By the name of Bill Simmons.
Oh no, what Bill Simmons did.
Bro,
Yo,
this man interviewed Nick Khan, and he threw out an idea. He was like, "Hey, Stephanie McMahon should come back and do an angle when her and Tess is having an affair."
yo,
Bro, Tess has been dead since 2009. 2009. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Bill Simmons, my brother. Test,
Bro.
That's
Bro,
embarrassing,
Nick Khan
bro.
was like, I think Tess passed away a couple years ago.
a couple. He been dead for damn near. Yo, Bill Simmons.
Bro, he been dead for like 15 years, bro.
And the thing is,
my God.
Bill Simmons is incredible. He's incredible. But
Incredible.
how do you make a flub like that? How do you make?
Bro, that
This is
kind
pretty
of
bad.
hurt me. I was like, bro.
That's pretty bad.
Yo, that reminds
Yeah,
me of the
I was
time
like-
when. That reminds me when the Saudi Arabians when WWE was on the show over there and they requested Yokozuna for the show, and it was like, yo, Yokozuna been dead for like 20 years, my brothers. What are we doing,
Bro.
What?
Bro. Bill Simmons, you're getting this pack, man. Like,
Sorry.
do your homework. Do your homework. RIP Test, man. Do your
Yeah, for
homework,
real.
bro.
All
A
right,
lot of
Pete
potential.
Test. And if Tess was alive,
Yeah,
that would still be a
man.
terrible idea. Like, bring an affair, like Stephanie's having an affair with Tess.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
Stephanie
like,
ain't
she's
even a part of
married
the
to-
company anymore. Like, didn't Stephanie retire? Like, ain't she raising her
Man,
kids?
Stephanie
Like,
at home with the kids,
come
man.
on, what we doing?
Yeah,
Relax,
he was talking
yo.
about a potential return. Like, bro, oh my God. Yeah, man, you getting this pack, Bill.
When we doing? Well, Bill Simmons, you getting packed up. I need y'all to do me a favor out there. If you watching this, I'm talking to you. You, right there with the red shirt. You. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. If you're listening to it on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listening, make sure you like and rate the podcast. We need these comments, baby. We need them. So make sure you do that. And also, like I said before, we're doing this Discord over here. So if you really want to be a part of this Discord, you want to talk to us personally, make sure you comment below. Let us know that you need in on this Discord, and we will send that to you, my brother. Until next time, this has been Wrestling with the Homies. Peace.